So I'm gonna address another statement here, and this one is from one of my longtime friends that I've known for like well over 20 years, and and this guy Julio has just really been on the record about he's the first friend ever that told me about you know what we can and can't control, right? So that I would like to touch on that, but I'm going to touch on something else here that that as far as like him addressing, I know like after the first group text incident about good friends and what have but I'm not gonna put up what he told me like on that Facebook comment, but I remember it very well. That I'm gonna say it here. So he said, "Good friends don't talk bad about other people, no matter what the circumstance is. You need to work on yourself and stop making excuses. The people that you hang out with are using you and are enabling these poor behaviors." So that's the entire thing that he said. I remember it by memory. So just to quickly reflect, man, I get where he's coming from, and he's not wrong for what he said there. And the thing is, like, yeah, I know what it takes to be a good friend and all that. And, good friends, true friends, they're always going to be out there to, to just support you even at your worst. But for someone like me that has already said what I said after the group text incident, and even just the other two group text incidents after that, it's like, none of these guys are just having it with me anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's gotten to a point where even he had to say that to me. And whatever the circumstance is, it's like it just goes back to what Tristan told me about implementing very strong self-control, and that needs to apply in even the most stressful situations, right? So but in regards to the people that I hang out with, look, man, I know he's referring to those that are not in our group, okay? But guys, like, I think the people that, other than the mostly the same guys that I hang out with, it's been guys like ex-close friends like Jesse, and I even have to bring up a name like that, but it's just and yes, I have hung out with some other friends that were like college friends, and and yes, maybe one time my coworkers, and that's just that. So he's referring to people maybe like that, to where he thought those were the people that that gave me a bad influence. I know guys like Russ, Neil, who else? Yeah, Russ, Neil, Abbas. Those are our guys. Even Julio's cool with all those guys. So I know he's referring to those that, that I may not be as close with. And even Mario alluded to that. So, it's, so I get where he's coming from that standpoint, so he did say that, these are the people that negatively influenced me. And so, I remember him saying that, those posts don't sound like me. At the time that he saw me at my worst, starting in 2022, that was the first time he's seen that in a long time, right? So the thing is, like, me being a good friend, it's like, that's just fallen apart, and it's no longer in existence because of what I'm going through. And then it just further gets worse when I'm still in this dump, and after the second no, I'm talking about the incident at home. So look, he's not wrong. I'm talking about what Julio said. So it's just right now, the only way I can really better myself is just being out of this damn place that I'm in front of right now. So I got to do that, and I got to keep doing that. I can't make any more excuses. I'm tired of I'm just tired of being here. So it is what it is, man. Because nothing's gonna get better. Nothing's gonna ever feel better, and what have you. So it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. So yeah, there's a couple other ones that I want to touch on from what he told me. As far the other one I do want to talk about, maybe just for in a later part, in a later video. Who knows when I'm going to do that, about the people that we can and can't control, or situations we can and can't control. But I gotta address another topic, and that one I really want to touch on as well. So I'm gonna leave it at that here. So tell me what you guys think, man. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.